Enders Doers, welcome to Encyclopedia Brown and the Case of the Midnight Visitor, Part 4. Now there are some people in the United States who had never heard of Idaville, but they were not policemen. Every policeman from Maine to California knew about Idaville. Anyone who broke the law there was caught, not a crook escaped. How could that be? What was the secret? No one ever guessed. Idaville, like many other seaside towns its size, it had lovely beaches, 3 movie theaters, 4 banks, it had churches, a synagogue, a this is testing. Excuse me. And on Rover Avenue, it had a certain red brick house. And in the house lived Idaville's secret weapon against crime, 10-year-old Encyclopedia Brown. Encyclopedia's father was chief of police because no one got away with breaking the law. The people of Idaville thought he was the bravest and smartest police chief in the world. True, Chief Brown was brave, and he was smart enough to know what to do with a case that he could not solve. He took it home to dinner. Over soup, he told his son the facts. Encyclopedia usually figured out the answer before dessert. Chief Brown hated keeping the help he got from his only child a secret. He wanted Encyclopedia's sneakers hung in the Crime Fighters Hall of Fame. But what good it would do the suggestion? Who would take him seriously? Who would believe that the mastermind Idaville's spotless police record was a 5th grader? Some of you may already know that Enders Doers. Anyway, so Chief Brown said nothing. Encyclopedia never mentioned the help he gave his father. He didn't want to seem different from other boys. There was nothing he could do about his nickname, however. Only his parents and teachers called him by his real name, Leroy. Everyone else called him Encyclopedia. Fun facts. His nickname is a book or a set of books filled with facts from A to Z, so it was Encyclopedia's head. He had read so many books and his pa swore his ears were turning into bookends. Monday evening, Chief Brown sipped his soup slowly. That's an alliteration abomination. Encyclopedia and his mother knew what that meant. He had this mind on a case. Finally, Mrs. Brown said, "Why don't you tell Leroy about it, dear?" Chief Brown sighed. "I don't know. This is an awfully tough case. It had me beaten." "It has never failed you. Tell him," urged Mrs. Brown. "Very well," Chief Brown said. C.T. Butler was kidnapped from his house last night. Mrs. Brown gasped. Encyclopedia let a low whistle. C.T. was a millionaire. He owned a string of pizza parlors in free states and a big house by the ocean. At noon, Mrs. Mrs. Butler received a phone call," said Mrs. Brown. "A man's voice said that her husband is unharmed, but he was being held for $500,000 ransom." The caller told Mrs. Butler to remain home tomorrow, at which time she would be told by phone where to leave the money. "You hope to capture the kidnappers before the R paid the ransom, Dad," said Encyclopedia. "We must!" replied Chief Brown grimly. "Che? Kidnappers want money. Once they get at it, there is no telling what they might do to their victim." "Poor Mr. Butler!" exclaimed Mrs. Brown. "Well, at least you have until tomorrow to find him." "There's too little time," said Chief Brown. "Somebody must have heard or seen something," said Encyclopedia. Maybe I'll read more tomorrow. Maybe it could be a daily tradition and introduce. Don't forget to buy our merchandise at introduce.com. Subscribe, like, and share. Take care. Bye.